Hi, welcome to our roofing project.
Oh man, we're jumping into it. The last time you saw us, we poured those concrete piers, set the sonotubes with the brackets, and now as you can see behind us, we've already kind of got started setting the post.
Yep. Sometimes we need to prepare and plan things off camera so that we aren't fighting constantly.
Well, we've never done anything like this before.
Oh yeah, we have. We've done roofs.
See, we're already arguing. So here's the deal. The legendary goat barn container is our daughter Adelaide's dream of rehabbing a shipping container into kidding stalls, feed storage, and a milking room. We've spent the last several months building out the inside, adding secure field fencing, and now we're knee-deep in the last major part of this project, the awning roof. Here's what we've done off camera. We're just gonna catch you up to speed, okay? So we have 6x6, 8-foot tall posts, which go into the brackets that we already set. We went ahead and set those up. We got them plumb and level.
Parallel with the container.
The rest of the morning we've spent trying to figure out the pitch of the roof. It was supposed to be a 212, but here's the problem.
It's my dad's fault.
No, it's nobody's fault. It's just the container's only 8 feet high, and when you pitch down, things get really low. So we're cutting it really close, especially for our LVL, which comes down another foot. It's fine for you. Mm-hmm. It's good for her. I might have to duck a little.
Do you want to just show them what we need to do now?
Well, here's what we're going to do next, right? We've got it all ready. We're going to mark what our actual lines will be because we got to cut the tops off all these, and we have to notch them out for the LVL. This is a very important step because these are large 6x6 foot posts and they weren't cheap. We've only got 5 of them. We don't want to mess them up. So we're going to do it off camera. And come back and it'll magically be done.
Okay, sounds great. You will see that we have 2 string lines. This line is set from the same distance from the side of the container to this line and from the other side of the container to the line. And that's what we brought our posts up to so that everything is perfectly in line. And then we have the second line here, and that is showing where the top of our LVL is going to be going. So we just wanted to check the height and make sure everything's right before we, start cutting 6x6
Figure out the pitch and all that stuff.
Yeah, it helped us visualize the pitch. We were able to hold a board up and be like, okay, this is going to work or this isn't going to work. We did make some minor adjustments. What we need to do next is mark where this line hits every single post down the line. I'm excited. I get to use saws and chisels, and yeah, it's gonna be a good day.
I'll kick it.
Don't look at that.
So professional.
Such a professional.
See how cool that was?
That was really
It's
cool.
like kicking a door.
It was really cool, Jax.
Did you get
Thanks
your
for
angst
doing
out?
that.
Your teenage angst?
All of our 5 posts have been cut to the right height. Now we have made an adjustment on our saw to go 1 3/4 deep. I'm just gonna make a series of cuts from this mark where the LVL will sit. We'll chisel this out, and that way our LVL has a ledge to sit on and it's super secure. It's gonna be a good thing. Is it a good thing, babe?
It's a good thing, yeah. You just want to screw it to the front of it.
No.
That didn't give it any strength.
That is not secure.
Kind of hard to tell.
Looks pretty good.
It looks good to me, yeah. That looks real good. Okay.
I made Jonathan take over the saw.
Yeah, and the last one, you were like, you're putting them too close together. So I did them further apart, and then you were like, that's too far apart.
Yeah, you didn't do them just right.
I can't win. Can't win.
They should be approximately 3/30 seconds apart. These are too far apart.
No, they're not. These are the perfect distance.
When we get the tape measure out?
You will find they are exactly 3/32 0.8 of an inch.
0.8. Done yet?
I'm not even a quarter of the way through.
Why not?
Because LVLs are tall. Babe, I don't think it's a good idea.
Everything's going good. We're fine.
It's going great. That's not how you do it.
That's how I do it.
I'm so disappointed.
Just get the loose stuff off. I'll do it in a minute.
Okay, we did it. All the pieces are notched and ready to go. However, we do want to make sure that we burn these pieces of wood because they're going to be exposed to the sun. Then we'll scrape all the ash off and then we'll seal them with an exterior oil-based stain. So, that's tomorrow. Thanks, Eli.
Welcome, Mom.
Thanks, Ada. You're doing great. Good job.
Good morning, friends. You saw last night Ashley got these all prepped for install today. Now, what we did, so we've done this for a bunch of other projects, but I'll explain it again really quickly. We always buy untreated lumber because we don't like the stuff that goes into pressure treating, especially because this is going to be in with the goats. We don't want those chemicals and that stuff leaching out over time. So we just got regular 6x6s, but what we do here in the desert to preserve this wood, because wood here in the desert, it dries out, it curls, it does all kinds of crazy stuff. It does not last, essentially, in its native form. So what we do is this technique called Shou, right? Shou bonding is a Japanese technique, usually done with cedar, but we just do it with whatever wood we can get here. And so we will burn the wood. So we char it and then we brush it, and we brush all of that char into the pores of the wood, and we seal the outside with an oil. In the past, we've used boiled linseed oil with a little bit of mineral spirits. We've really taken to this thing called Australian timber oil. We just like the color, we like the way it goes on, and over time, you know, the sun is going to beat this and some of that color is going to go away. It's really easy to come back with that and kind of restain it, get it back to its original color, and reprotect it without having to do the whole burning thing all over again. So these are prepped and ready to install, but before we do that, we have these big LVLs that we're going to be installing into those notches like we talked about yesterday. We need to paint those. We don't want to burn, you don't want to burn an LVL because it's just a bunch of pieces of plywood all glued together. Wouldn't be good for it. So we're going to paint those to kind of match this. We want to have all that prepped before we start installing. See how fast stuff dries in the desert? It's already dry down there.
Let's get the second.
This will be dry in like 3 minutes.
Just pretending I'm a tractor.
With
Of
forklifts? Alright, the time has come. We're going to put these posts back into place. We've got our string line running again. We're going to make sure they're all plumb where they should be. We cut them all to the right height, so we had to make sure we kept track of which one went to which post because everything's a little bit different. And once we do that, then we should be able to
Set the LVL.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. When we did this before, we just screwed in a few screws to hold it in the bracket to get our measurements. Since we're going to be putting the LVL up, we are going to brace all these posts with 2x4s. So that'll be part of the process. We'll get all that braced. Then we'll bring the LVL over, and then we'll put it up.
And putting the proper screws in.
Yeah, big lag screws. Yeah, we'll do it all right this time. Since it's permanent. We're doing the permanent roof and stuff.
It's exciting. Up and
Nice
scoot over.
slip and slide. Watch your hands.
Keep going.
Okay, hold on.
Cut
That's
isn't
close,
straight,
but
so
I
you
know it's
can't
not
really
perfect,
tell.
so you look.
Got it. Make sure it doesn't flop back.
Do I need to make a cut?
I think you're gonna have to make a cut.
They got the heavy side.
Alright, ready?
Go down your way.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep going. Oh, too much. It needs to go down your way just a hair.
Okay.
A little more. Right there.
Okay.
Jet, can you go hold Dad's side so you can screw it in?
All right, last one's going up. Let's do it.
Wait, I gotta paint the edge.
No.
I gotta paint it. This way. We ready?
Here we go.
Go your way.
Hold on, hold on. Getting run into the fence.
This way. Push it my way.
Your way?
Right there, you're on. Excellent work, team. That one went up really easy.
6,000.
Dang, Jet.
That's about it.
I'm impressed.
Well, you definitely bought the biggest brackets you could, didn't you?
I did.
And they came with huge
They came
screws.
with, so these are Simpson Strong tie brackets, and they came with Simpson Strong screws.
8 of them.
Yeah.
Each side.
Well, is it 8
Yeah.
per side?
No, yeah.
6.
8.
There's 6.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 7.
7 screws. Wow, we cannot count today. Okay, there's 7 really heavy duty screws in every side of this post, so 14 screws. I mean, we were just putting the deck screws in to where we could adjust the post when we needed to. These are not what you should use.
Coming out, we're putting the real ones in.
Earlier, Jet did 7 pull-ups, so Jonathan has to see if he can beat him. This is how it goes.
All right, ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh-oh. 7. Uh-oh. 8, 9. 10-ish.
Well, your chin didn't go above the thing.
9 and 3/4. 1, 2, 3.
3 plus 7. That was it. There you go.
Okay, so the next step is, the other thing we've been dreading is figuring out how to attach our rafters to the container. So here's what we're gonna do. We've got really heavy duty angle iron,
2x3.
2x3 angle iron. We're gonna be cleaning this. We're gonna be welding it on right below this lip. We're gonna drill 2 5/16 holes in there, and then we're gonna put the rafter right up in there, drill holes in the rafter, bolt it in with nuts and washers and all that stuff. I think we're gonna get some help with the welding part of this. I don't think our welder is cut out for like big structural joints like this.
By our welder, he means me.
No, I'm talking about the welder I
No,
bought
seriously.
you.
I just don't know what I'm doing, so it's structural. I want to make sure I have somebody who really knows what they're doing.
Also, I do think one with gas is gonna give us a lot better strength.
It's going to be a bigger weld.
Yeah.
And,
So anyway, before we get help with that, we're deciding where we're going to do these. We are limited by the ridges, obviously. So the way it's working out is we're doing every other ridge. There are some spots where it's going to be a little tricky. So above the windows here, you can see our 7-inch piece that we were going to use. It's too tall. So we may have to cut these an inch shorter so that they'll fit there. Shouldn't be a problem. We can, the bolts are not going to be right on the edge, so we can move the bolts in, and the 2x4 can come out just a little to offset that. So anyway, we've got all this angle iron. I think we're going to go ahead and make these cuts because we've measured all the way down and we know how many 7-inchers, how many 6-inchers, and there's a weird one down there where there's like a big dent in the container. We're going to cut all those, and then I don't know if we're going to drill these ourselves. I feel like that would take forever. So we may go to a friend's to drill press it.
It's in the air, you feel that, it's bringing back images. We're making our way, at long last, feeling like a new day. if you can find it now.
Well, we got a new toy. Like we mentioned, we need to put bolt holes in this angle iron. I wasn't about to drill all this by hand, so we even got a cheap drill press from Harbor Freight. It's actually working pretty good. We've gone through about 10 or 15 of these so far. So we're putting our 5/16 holes in, and then that way we'll be ready to weld stuff tomorrow. All right, we're back out this morning. We have all, I think it's 23 or 24 brackets that are cut. I have the holes drilled in them, but we need to clean them up before we weld them. You can see a little rusty, been sitting out in the elements for a little bit. Like we said, we're really worried about just making sure this is structurally sound, so we're gonna definitely clean all this stuff off so we can get really good solid welds. This is the unglamorous part of metalworking, is just the cutting and the grinding and the cleaning and then the welding and then the cleaning again, and just a lot of tiny little steps. So I got a lot of these to do. Let's get started.